my name is Hugh Bullen. I'm here at Porsche Centre Calgary, and today I'd like to tell you about this 2019 Cayenne S we just got in our inventory. Now this is a completely redesigned model. I highly recommend you come down and see it. I think all the new upgrades are absolutely fantastic, and really it doesn't share a single component from its predecessor. And this is one of the first Cayenne S's we actually have in inventory that wasn't pre-ordered. So first things first, it is a 2.9 litre twin turbo engine with 434 horsepower. So it's a ton of power. And it's an amazing upgrade from the previous one. Now, in terms of 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, it's 5.2 seconds. That is astonishing for a vehicle of this size with such a fuel-efficient engine as well. So I think if you come down and drive it, you'll be pretty shocked about how that feels. Color is Carrara white metallic, so this is our metallic white, and I think as I go through the rest of the features in the car, you'll notice how this color shines with everything else, and it's a really nicely upgraded metallic paint. On the inside, we have the truffle with Cohiba club leather. This is the highest quality leather we have, and I would say it's one of the benchmarks really for high quality leather in the industry. It just feels great. The cows that it comes from are in a certain area. That means that there's no scarring, no mosquito bites, things like that that can affect the leather. So I think when you see it, you'll agree that it is quite something. And when we tie into the rest of the car, it's really beautiful. Now, as with 95% of our cars and really most of the Cayenne S's, we have the Premium Plus package. So with that, first thing you'll see at the front is you're going to have your LED matrix headlights. So this is the latest and greatest in headlight technology, and if you come on down, we'll explain how that works. But it is absolutely exceptional. The mirrors are auto dimming, so side mirrors, rear view mirror, they'll go to a very dark blue if somebody's behind you with the high beams on, which I really like. You also have lane change assist on here, so that's going to be your blind spot monitor. Somebody's beside you in your blind spot, it's going to be bright orange, and if you click to indicate, it's going to flash at you like crazy, which is a really nice thing to have, just a great safety feature. You'll then have comfort access, so hand around the door handle here, and car unlocks. Enter the car, turn the ignition switch on, and away you go. No need to take your key out or anything like that, which is really nice. Now when we step into the car, we have chosen the 18-way seat. So this is an upgrade from the standard 14-way seat. It's just a lot more supportive, certainly in the sides here. I find with a car that has a bit more power to it, and some of these features that I'll go into which help you corner a bit more, you are going to want to have that extra support, which I really like. Actually, I prefer it to the 14-way, but that's just me. Now the seats are heated as standard, but with the Premium Plus package, you're then going to have cooled front seats, and then in the rear you're going to have heated rear seats, and then you have 4-zone climate control. So there's a little display in there, so the rear passengers can decide, okay, I want heated seats, but I want my temperature at this, and people aren't fighting over whatever they want. So great if you have 2 kids back there, or 2 adults back there even. Bose sound system, again a fantastic upgrade from the standard sound system, and I think you'll be pretty impressed with this if you come and take it for a drive. We can put your own music on, and I think it sounds wonderful. So the ambient lighting, it's going to allow you to change the color of the interior lighting. I think it's about 8 different colors you can choose from. So on this one, I would probably go for maybe a lighter color like an orange or a white, something like that, or like a sort of a goldy color. I think any other color might go a bit differently against this wonderful interior, but again, something else that's really nice in that package. And then you also have Power Steering Plus, so makes your steering lighter at lower speeds, a bit stiffer at higher speeds, so great for driving around town. And then a panoramic sunroof, so again, for all the passengers, you have that really nice sort of airy feel in the cabin. It's just a really nice thing to have, especially when driving to the mountains. So that's your Premium Plus package. A couple of things we added on the outside are the roof rails in black here. That gives you this surrounding here in black rather than aluminium, and I actually think it just contrasts very nicely on this car, and especially with the interior and the wheel, which we'll get to. It just looks better in my opinion. Then you have the trailer hitch at the back. That's going to allow you to tow 7,700 pounds, and great for a ski rack, bike rack, things like that as well, which I really like. Now, a couple more things we added was the air suspension. So with that, you can control the height of the car. Also great if you have a trailer hitch on, it stops the vehicle from being like this, it will level out. But with that, you can also control how firm the ride is. So there's 3 chambers in this air suspension, so there is quite a high difference between sort of the comfort and the firmness. So I think you'll be pretty impressed with that, and it is the newest tech once again in this Cayenne. With the suspension, we also added the rear axle steering. So the back wheels here, at slower speeds, they're going to turn the opposite direction to the front wheels. Makes it easier getting in and out of parking spots, things like that. And then at faster speeds, it turns at the same direction. Now, it's 1 or 2 degrees, it isn't by much, but it also just helps with being a bit more dynamic and more nimble lane changes, which is really, really nice. Couple of safety features we added here. We had the adaptive cruise control, so fantastic when driving out to Banff or Lake Louise, something like that. The car will slow you down. If somebody's slow in front of you, they move out the way, you carry on again, which I really, really like that. And then we added surround view cameras, so there are cameras on the mirrors here, cameras at the front and back, and they'll give you that beautiful aerial view as you're parking. It shows me how bad of a parker I am, which is quite embarrassing sometimes. But again, a nice safety thing to have. And then with that, not so much safety, but we added the heads-up display. So the heads-up display is going to be a projection of your speed on the glass. And when you have the adaptive cruise, it does show you your distances in terms of car lengths, speed, compass, things like that. So really, really nice. And this is actually brand new for us. We've never had this in any of our vehicles. A couple more things on the inside. We have an ionizer. So the ionizer is just going to make the quality of the air on the inside of the car better. So if you have allergies, things like that, really, really nice thing to have. We added the Porsche crest onto the headrest. So front and rear, we now have that wonderful logo embossed on the headrest. And I think adds to an air of sophistication on the inside of this car, which I'm sure when you see it, you'll agree it's really, really nice. And then on that note, we have the sweet gum interior. So the wood is sweet gum, and it's kind of a lighter wood, and I think with the Cohiba, it sort of brings out the colors in that, and I think it's just a really beautiful touch to the interior with the crests and everything else. Now finally, one of the best things is the new 22-inch 911 turbo wheel. First time we've had 22 inches on any of our cars, and I just think it's a really sharp wheel with everything else we've added onto this car. I think if you had a smaller wheel, it just wouldn't have done the car justice, quite frankly. They are summer tires, so you will have to go for a smaller rim and winter tire with this vehicle. But I think you wouldn't probably want to drive this wheel in the winter because it's easier to scuff it. So that's this Cayenne S. I highly recommend you come down and see it. It's $135,536.25 plus GST. We have a demo you can drive, and I think you'll be very impressed with how this car looks. Thanks for watching, and whilst you're here, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks.